Tonight, when the lights go out, you will lie down, close your eyes, and wait. You will stare at the ceiling. You will check your phone. You will wonder why your body refuses to do the one thing it needs most. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you will feel like you are failing at something that should be natural. But here is what no one told you. The way you sleep tonight is not natural, not even close. It is a modern invention, and your ancient ancestors would not recognize it at all. For almost all of human history, sleep looked nothing like what you do now. Not the 8-hour block, not the silent dark room, not the alone in a bed setup you have been told is normal. Your body was not built for any of that. It was built for something older, something stranger, and once you understand what that was, the restless nights start to make a different kind of sense. Your ancestors did not sleep in one long stretch. Historian Roger Eckerch spent over 2 decades researching pre-industrial sleep across hundreds of historical documents, and what he found changed everything. Humans slept in 2 separate segments. A first sleep that began shortly after dark, then a quiet waking period in the middle of the night lasting 1 to 2 hours, then a second sleep until dawn. This was not insomnia. This was the default. It had a name. People called the gap between sleeps the watch or the wakeful hour, and they used it. They prayed, they talked to their partners, they interpreted their dreams, they got up, walked around, then returned to bed. The single unbroken night of sleep you are chasing did not become the standard until the late 1800s, when artificial light extended the evening and industrial schedules compressed everything into one block. Your body never got the memo. But it goes even deeper than that. Sleep researcher Jerome Siegel spent years studying 3 modern hunter-gatherer societies, the Hadza in Tanzania, the San in Namibia, and the Chimane in Bolivia. These groups had no electricity, no alarm clocks, no sleep apps, and what he found surprised almost every sleep scientist alive. They did not sleep 8 hours. They slept between 6 and 7.5 hours on average. They did not go to bed at sunset. They stayed awake for several hours after dark, letting the air cool, letting their bodies wind down naturally, and they almost never reported insomnia. Not because their lives were easier, because their relationship with light and temperature and community was completely intact. Your ancestors also did not sleep alone. For most of human prehistory, sleep happened in groups, around a fire, bodies close together. One reason was warmth. Another was safety. A predator approaching a sleeping group would wake someone on the edge before reaching the center. Anthropologist David Sampson calls this sentinel sleep theory. In a group of sleepers with different chronotypes, some naturally light sleepers, some heavy, some early risers, some night owls, there was almost always someone partially alert. Your night owl tendencies are not a flaw in your character. They may have kept your ancestors alive. Think about what that means for you now. You sleep alone or with one other person in a temperature-controlled room designed to be perfectly silent and perfectly dark, with no variation in light from season to season, no gradual cooling at dusk, no firelight flickering before your eyes close, and then you wonder why your nervous system will not switch off. It's not switching off because it's waiting for signals that never come, the signals that told your ancestors it was safe. The warmth of nearby bodies, the orange glow of dying fire, the slow drop in temperature as the earth cooled. Your brain is still listening for all of it. The temperature piece alone is remarkable. Your core body temperature naturally needs to drop about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate sleep. This is why you instinctively kick a leg out from under the covers. Your body is trying to radiate heat. For your ancestors sleeping under open sky, the drop in ambient temperature at dusk handled this automatically. Your bedroom does not do that unless you actively cool it. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker has shown in his research that a cool sleeping environment, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, dramatically improves both the speed of sleep onset and the quality of deep sleep. Your ancestors did not know that number, but the environment gave it to them for free every single night. And then there's light. Not the absence of it, the kind of it. Before electricity, the only light after dark came from fire. Fire emits almost no blue wavelength light. It's warm, orange, flickering. Your eyes have specialized cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells that are acutely sensitive to blue light. When they detect it, they send a signal directly to your brain telling it that the sun is still up and that melatonin should not be released yet. Every screen you look at after dark is flooding those cells with blue light. Your brain, from an evolutionary standpoint, believes it's the middle of the afternoon, and it acts accordingly. This is not a willpower problem. It's a hardware problem. Your ancient hardware is running in a modern environment it was never designed for. Here's the part that stays with you. The hadza people that Jerome Siegel studied, living without electricity, sleeping shorter hours than any sleep expert recommends, did not suffer from the epidemic of exhaustion that defines modern life. They weren't dragging through their mornings. They weren't reaching for stimulants to survive the afternoon. The difference was not the number of hours. It was the alignment. Their sleep was timed with light. Their bodies cooled naturally. They moved during the day and rested at night. Their nervous systems were not in a permanent state of low-grade alertness. Your nervous system is, and it has been for years, not because you're doing something wrong, because the world's changed faster than your biology could follow. So what does this mean tonight when you lie down? It means the ceiling staring is not a malfunction. It means your body waking at 2 a.m. is not a disorder. It might be the echo of a first sleep ending. It means your craving for one perfect, unbroken 8 hours is chasing a standard that was invented by industrialists, not by evolution. Your biology has different instructions, older ones, written in firelight and cooling air and the sound of breathing bodies nearby. Tonight, when the lights go out and the waiting begins, you are not failing at sleep. You are running ancient software in a world that forgot how to read it.